Hello again, I'm back here again in the Lake District. I left at 7:30 this morning. It's now 3:30, so it's taken me about 8 hours to get back to Dungeon Ghyll, and I'm about to start on the trail again. Now, like I said, unfortunately Emma can't join me on this, so it's just me and you, just us two, baby. Let's finish it. This is the Cumbria Way. I was so excited to be back on the trail, and even though my pack weighed close to a metric ton, I still had a spring in my step as I walked through Langdale Valley. Hello, I'm taking my first little stop. I am in a gorgeous valley, and I think it's where I have to go up to Stakes Pass. I'll show you, just 1 second, have a look at this. And the good news is the sun might be coming out. I can see patches of blue sky clearing away those grey clouds, so I might even get some decent views when I'm up there. The weather just can't make up its mind what it wants to do. 1 minute it's sunny, 1 minute it's raining. That's why I've got hat hair, because it's going on, it's coming off. Crazy, crazy. This place was just breathtaking. Luckily, that was the last of the rain for that day. And a bonus of the previous bad weather was that the whole valley was deserted, not a single other human in sight. Getting closer to it now. It's going to be a little bit of a climb, but I'm sure I will manage it. I'm just going to take it nice and slow. Slow and steady wins the race. At the foot of the climb is a stone circle. People had obviously been using this as a wild camping place. There were still remains of a fire pit there. Okay, I'm about to do it. I'm about to do the climb. Wish me luck! I'd been on the old internet on Google earlier and discovered that Stakes Pass was 480 metres high. Good job I'd had my Weetabix this morning. I'd say I'm about a third of the way up. I'm managing okay so far. Woohoo, go me and the beast. 20 kilograms. I am making muscle today. And it went up and up. I stopped a few times to catch my breath, but within 40 minutes or so, I was at the top. Oh wow, you've got to see this view. It's beautiful. Look at this. Absolutely outstanding. The view literally took my breath away. I started the walk down, excited to see Langstrath Beck a little bit closer, but geez, it was a long way down. I made it down. That took ages. There was so many curly whirly bits up there to come down. Bit slippy as well, so just take care when you're on your way down. Now I'm going to walk for 1 more hour and then try and find somewhere to camp. Just had a full-blown conversation with the sheep. That's the one. I've called her Betty. She looks like a Betty, and yeah, she's more interesting than I am, turns out. So I'm going to carry on walking for another hour, try and find somewhere to pitch up a tent, because I think I've lost the plot. So Betty the sheep is literally following me. She must have come after me for the last half a mile. Want to see? She's literally still following me, look. It's the same one! She keeps calling after me when I go too far ahead, but as soon as I stop, she stops. It's like a game. Eventually, I had to say goodbye to Betty when I climbed over this stepladder and she couldn't follow anymore. But I was on a mission to find a place to camp now. This was certainly the most remote place I would have wild camped so far, so I felt a mixture of excitement laced with slight anxiety that I had zero phone signal. But it was just so damn pretty! It's 9:15. I found a lovely little spot to pitch my tent. I mean, if you are going to wild camp this section, I'd probably recommend finding a spot much further back before you hit that step ladder thing that I showed you on the video, because there was loads of spots and the ground wasn't so boggy. Like here you're quite limited. Luckily I found a little patch just down by the river here, but yeah, a lot of this section is either boggy or there's very stony as well, so probably I'd recommend further back. But I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the spot that I've got. It's gorgeous. Let me just show you around a little bit. Boom. Yeah. So I'm going to get some food now and I am going to settle in for the night. I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning everybody. Okay, so I've woke up and it's not raining anymore. Woohoo! So I'm about to set off. Absolutely freezing cold last night, a little bit damp. I think it's because I don't have a ground sheet for the tent. I don't have a footprint, so it was a bit damp in there last night. So that's something I might have a look at getting next time. But I'm okay, I'm alive. It's 6:30 in the morning and I am off. Woohoo! I was over the moon that it wasn't raining, as this section along Stonewaith Beck looked fabulous. I was also feeling pretty proud of myself for last night's camp. Considering I still sleep with the light on at home, I'd held it together and was well on my way to conquering my fear of the dark. It's not every day you see an luminous pink sheep. I made my merry way into the quiet village of Rossway in great time. Well, that was a good find. The public toilets here. I feel a lot fresher now. Had a little wash, sorted myself out, feeling fabulous. Let's get crack-a-lacking. It was times like this I definitely could see the silver lining of not being able to work due to lockdown. It's true, the saying, you either have time or money. Right now, I had time, but I was having the time of my life. I've just spotted a cool cave, so I'm going to go and investigate. Let's have a look. Well, today has been bloody lovely so far. The sun is out, but I've heard on the weather that it's going to rain from kind of midday onwards. So I'm going to try and get to Derwent Water and try and get some shots before the rain comes in. I've got really swollen. Why does my eye always swell up when I camp? Does anybody else's do that? Why is that? Around this point, I got phone signal back. And I discovered that during the night I'd hit 4,000 subscribers. Just wow. I want to thank each and every one of you personally for supporting my channel, and I promise I'll take you on some incredible adventures with me this year. I've got so many planned in the pipeline. It's 9:30, I've just made it and it is bloody gorgeous. Look at this. Now, for anybody out there wondering, should I do the Cumbria Way? The answer is definitely yes. Just look. The walk alongside Derwent Water was just stunning. I couldn't believe how lucky I was that the sun had come out. I mean, just look at that. It was such a shame Emma couldn't make the second half of this trip. I knew she would have loved this section so much. I'll have to bring her up another time and we'll do it all over again so she can see. I'm sat on a little bench by the jetty, just taking a break, taking it all in for a bit because the sun is out, it's boiling, I've had to remove layers and yeah, before the rain comes, if it does, I'm just going to make the most of it. On the way round, I came across this interesting sculpture and read that it commemorates 100 years of the National Trust's first ever land purchase in the Lake District. I am getting eaten alive by midges. Just be warned, if you've got a midge net, bring one if you're planning on camping anywhere near here. Swarming! I was getting closer to Keswick now, which was great as I wanted to break up the day with a nice stop in a pub. I am half a mile from Keswick. I'm very excited because I'm gagging for a pint of Guinness. Ah, sweet nectar of the gods. Okay, I am just leaving Keswick now. Had a lovely pint and a chat with a lady called Charlotte who I'm going to be doing the Great Glen Way with. She's doing the Cumbria Way, but she is doing it in reverse. So she had made her way from Carlisle and she's coming back this way. She's having a lovely time. Yeah, so I'm heading back off again. Weather's gone a bit crap. I think it's going to rain, but... It was so great meeting Charlotte. What a lovely lady. I couldn't wait for our Great Glen Way adventure next month. I've just taken a little break to filter some water in a stream because it looks like it could chuck down any minute, and if it does, I don't want to have to be filtering water and going through all that faff, getting things out of my bag in the rain. So I'm planning ahead for once in my life. Getting some water filtered now because it's quite a steep climb actually out of Keswick. Well, or maybe it's just because I've already done like 12 miles today. I don't know, but I'm feeling a bit, whew, maybe it was the Guinness. We don't know. Anyway, see you on the trail. As I was nearing Lonscale Fell, the clouds started to darken and within minutes, the first raindrops started to fall. I'm sat here taking a little snack stop in the rain and I'm trying to think of all the songs that have got the word rain in the title. So, Rain on My Parade, there is Singing in the Rain, Beatty McLean, If It's Raining, It's Raining, It's Raining Men, Here Comes the Rain Again, Annie Lennox. It's got to be more than that. I thought of a good one a minute ago. Can you think of any more songs with the word rain in? Put them in the comments. Let's see how many songs we can find. So I'm just walking around the edge of Lonscale Fell. Let me show you. Yep. And in front of me, over here, I'll show you in a second, is Blencathra, which I climbed the other week with the lovely Mr. Johnny Tentpeg and Sherpa Coleman. Now, if you haven't seen that video, make sure you check it out. It's quite funny. I was dying on the way up, but I'll show you what it looks like now. And I'm just getting my first view of this valley as well, so I'll show you that as well. Now, it was a very narrow walkway with a steep drop on the way round Lonscale Fell. And in the rain, some parts were a bit slippery. My giant bag throwing me off balance was not helping at all. Well, it's still raining a lot. Did you think of any more songs that had rain in it? Billy Myers, Kiss the Rain, I thought of. Any more for any more? Put them in the comments. Yeah, so I'm still quite high up. So what I'm going to do is, when I'm heading down into the valley, maybe look for somewhere to wild camp down there that's kind of low ground. Don't really know the area, but I'll find somewhere. I walked on a little bit further, but the rain was just relentless. Wow, I've done something I would never normally do. I've set up tent early. I mean, it's probably about 6:15, but it is just absolutely tipping it down. I was piss wet through. I don't think there's going to be anywhere coming up imminently. That's going to be flat. This is flat-ish. It's probably the best I'm going to get in daylight hours. But yeah, I just couldn't kind of wait around for it to get dark because I was just getting cold and soaking. So I've set. So this was my wild camping spot for the night, right at the foot of Lonscale Fell. Good morning. Okay, it's 6 o'clock. It is a very misty morning. It was a very wet night last night. So much so that everything is wet. Literally everything is wet. Inside of the tent, inside of my shoes. I had slugs in my tent. Don't ask me how they got in there, they just did. But I am okay. Excuse me. And yeah, I'm gonna carry on the trail, pack down my tent in just a second and get going again. Woo woo! There was something really humbling about being up there this morning. Even the mist wasn't bothering me too much. It couldn't take away from the feeling of being completely and utterly isolated. I'm just going to apologise again about this shocking video footage, but it's so misty I can literally see about 10 metres in front of me and that's it. So I don't think there's anything that I can do to improve it. But don't worry, stick with me. I'm hoping that the fog will lift in a couple of hours and we'll get some better footage. Okay, here we go. So I'm just sat here on a bridge, about to have a little cig break. I know it's misty and it is a bit of a shame that I can't see all of the beautiful things, because I'm sure, especially like this valley and stuff, it would be stunning. But I am still having a bloody marvellous time wandering around early in the morning in the middle of nowhere on my own, just loving life. Yeah, so I'm no regrets. I'm still enjoying it and having a good time. It might clear, it might not, we shall see. C'est la vie. I carried on round the edges of Great Calvert and Coombe Height in the mist. Soon I would be ascending up towards High Pike. I'd now ran out of food and I was starving. I was met with one hell of a scramble up the side of Grangegill Beck. The path was slippery and in some places pretty much non-existent. I just fell in a bog and now one of my feet are completely soaking wet because it literally was so deep it went over the top of my shoe. Oh no! Got a wet foot. Hope I don't get trench foot. So that's 2 suggestions for anybody thinking of doing this trail. Take hiking poles and definitely wear waterproof boots. Okay, I've got to try and cross this stream now, but I am the clumsiest person alive and I've got no hiking poles. I don't know how it's going to go. Boom! I made it! I just wish somebody was with me to have filmed that because it was pure comedy. Absolute comedy. Also, allow yourself plenty of time for this section. Unless you're a really experienced hiker or a bloody mountain goat, the last thing you want is to slip and injure yourself trying to rush. I was at the top, thank the Lord! Not too far from the summit of High Pike now, but the visibility was ridiculous. Ooh, look what I found! So I'm here in Lingy Hut and by some miracle, someone had left a big bar of chocolate. Woohoo! Which is great because I've run out of food and I've got a long way to go before I can stock up. But I feel guilty, like I need to leave them something, like for the next person, leave something in place of it. So I'm gonna have a root through my bag and see what I can find. What were the chances? I literally ate the entire bar. I was famished. I did leave some hot chocolate in return, that's all I had. I am standing at the trig point of High Pike, 658 metres high, and I've got to say the views are spectacular. Let me show you. I can barely see my hand in front of my face, it's that misty. But does that mean I'm standing inside a cloud? Which is quite fun. Anyway, let me just quickly update you. So I got to the Lingy Hut. with the aim to filter some water. I'd collected some water in a bottle and I wanted to filter it into my water pouch. However, my water filter has broken. And for some strange reason, I forgot to pack my life straw. So now I've got a bottle of water that I can't drink. I'm mega thirsty. I've had a tiny little bit left in my bladder bag of filtered water, so that's got to last me all the way till I get into town, which is going to be a nightmare. It's so ironic. There's so much water about. There's like puddles everywhere and I can't bloody drink any of it. So anyway, I'm going to plod on into town and yeah, just enjoy myself. I know the views aren't spectacular right now because I can't see a thing, but I'm still enjoying the journey. Hope you're enjoying it with me. Make sure you have a GPS map of the route on your phone. Even with it, in this mist, finding my way down was hilarious. Well, the mist is clearing ever so slightly. Okay, I think the lower I'm getting, the more I can actually see in front of me. Getting down from High Pike was an adventure in the mist. I literally could see that far, so I was scrambling around for ages, trying to find the way down, sticking to the right route. But I did it, and I'm on track, and yes, let's get into town. I need some proper food, and I might even get a pint of water and a Guinness. I could finally see again, and it was wonderful. I'm taking a little break just to sit and admire the view because I can actually see for once without the mist. And I just went through Coldbeck. Pub was shut. Public toilets were shut. Luckily, convenience store was open, so I've stocked up on some bits, some snacks and stuff. So I have food again and some bottles of water as well. Not gonna lie, I was gutted the pub had been closed in Coldbeck, but never mind, the views were keeping me happy. Good evening, everybody. Okay, so I found a little spot to wild camp. I literally got about a mile out of the village and my body just said, you've done enough, you've had enough for today. So I thought, I'll hang around and wait, you know, just set up tent because it was only 3 o'clock when I got to this spot. But I knew that it was a decent spot to camp, so gonna do it. My train is booked for 10 to 3 tomorrow from Carlisle. I'm hoping that I make it. I don't know how many miles it is from here to Carlisle, but I'll have to get up early and just get on it because I can't miss that train. So this is a little bit worrying. Look what I found literally just behind where I've set up my tent. And then there's another one just around the corner as well. It's like a sheep graveyard. What am I doing? It's going to be like Pet Cemetery. Good morning, everybody. Well, I had the best night's sleep I've had so far on the trail. Even after my mum scared me on the phone last night telling me that those sheep skulls were due to a black panther that was probably roaming the area. So that put the shits in me, but I was all right. I slept okay. I think it was the warmest night so far, so that helped. And my new sleeping pad is a blessing, I can't lie. Absolutely fantastic, keeping me warm from the ground up. Anyway, it's dry, so it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm making a start, going to try and make the most of the dry weather whilst it lasts. So let's get to Carlisle. It's the last day of the trip. I started the day with the same feeling I'd had on the last days of previous trails. Sad it was almost the end of my adventure, but excited at the prospect of a bubble bath and a night in my own bed. Okay, slight problem. I am down by the river, Coldbeck. Just tried filtering some water again. filter still isn't working. And I thought it was because I was just trying to filter from a bottle to my pouch, because the day before it worked fine from a river, but it's not working. I'm out of water. I stocked up in Colbeck, but I drank it all last night. Yeah. And I don't know how far it is to the next place. So I'm going to be very thirsty. I'm guessing this is wild garlic or something. The smell was so strong for about a mile. Oh crap. Look at this mud. I managed to get some water. I found an outside tap on a farm building. There wasn't anyone around to ask, so I just hopped over the fence and filled up my bottle. Hopefully they wouldn't mind, but yeah, so I won't go thirsty. Woohoo! Considering the forecast had predicted heavy rain all morning, I felt extremely lucky it was staying dry. The trail follows alongside the river for quite some time, with some really beautiful spots to stop and take a break along the way. Oh shit, my first field of cows. My heart's going already. I've had a slight disaster. I dropped my tripod, my little tripod thing, in the cow field. There ain't no way I'm going back in there though. Not a chance. So I'll just have to buy a new one when I get home. Ah! So last month on the Cleveland Way, I'd lost one of my favourite gloves. And this trail, I'd lost my Joby tripod and broke my water filter. I'm a wreck! I carried on for a mile or so through pretty woodland and fields next to the river. I was almost at Dalston now. Okay, I made it into Dalston or Dalston, however you say it. I can see a co-op just in front of me, so I'm going to stock up on water and snacks, and then just the last little bit to Carlisle. I'm not going to stop for a pint here because I'm on a time limit because I've got a train booked. So I'm just going to grab some snacks, power through, I think. Come on! And a half miles to go. Boom, baby. I'm on the last section. I've got about 4 miles left to go, and this bit's pretty uninspiring, but it might get better. Let's stay optimistic. Just stopped to take a little snack break. I have got 2.5 miles left and my body has literally given up on me. Everything's seized up. My feet are killing, my knees are killing, my hips are killing. I feel like an old lady. But I'm going to do this, I'm going to finish it. I've got to get to Carlisle to catch my train home. I'm so close, just a little bit further. I was in agony. I'd rushed the first 10 miles of the day and was now paying the price. But I was determined to make that train in time. I was like the Walking Dead, just putting one foot in front of the other. But I had to finish this. Made it on the train, on my way home. Another one, boom.